picking those tires up, knowing that you're going to have to go a long way, as we have J.J. Yaley in the 18 car. Comes in here second in the points. He's off the track.
Off at turn 1 and back on. It's Randy LaJoie in the 0 just ahead of Yaley.
Looks like he's having trouble really getting back up to speed. There he is off on the right there, right after turn 1. I got to believe he probably just got loose coming around turn 1 and slid off to the right there.
Tell you what, he was very lucky. There's not a lot of runoff room right there in that area.
Looking for Ron Fellows. Paul Menard just ahead, and Menard and Yaley get together.
Looks like he tried to exterminate him.
Coming back on.
And not without damage, we might add. There's Adrian's car. And as you can see, both sides of both corners of the front end there are all bent in. That's not going to help him any.
Both cars pitted under the first caution and were working their way back up through. Fernandez had fresh tires. McMurray did not. His pit stop was for gas only.
But we don't see any smoke. That means the fenders aren't rubbing the tires that much. But these two guys, they were getting after each other here a little bit before they actually put each other out of business.
McMurray's on pit lane. Here's the first of it.
You see McMurray, he's loose. He's loose up in front of Adrian, and Adrian gets a little run on him right there and knocks him sideways. Doesn't spin him out. But then later on, that's Jamie.
He got up on the turtles, and the car got loose with him, and he couldn't correct it.
Yeah, so that was not it was not any kind of retaliation.
What did you say at the beginning of the show? Beware of the turtles.
Beware of those turtles.
So they're off in the runoff area at turn 1, and it took them a long time to get back on course. There's McMurray going. And they end up way over here in the runoff area of turn 1. Now, took them about 15 seconds to get back to the racetrack. Jorge Getters
was up and down pit road. I know Jeff Hammond his. Now we've got the 50 car Danny O'Quinn Jr. off the racetrack, and we have a full course caution.
And at 7,300 feet altitude, pushing a race car, you're not going to last long.
This is the caution that Boris said did not want to see in that 9 car, because now he's going to have to pit under caution. He'll be back in the pack like Adrian Fernandez.
Yeah, 10-4 full course caution. Caution is out, full course.
Paul Menard, who has an extensive road racing resume, is up to second.
If I was a 9 car now, Larry, I'd stay out until I got to till I had to pit and pit under green.
Be better than being the pack of that storm, wouldn't it?
Trust me.
Second full course yellow of the day. We're under the second full course caution of the day. This one for Danny O'Quinn, who has gone for a spin. The rookie running in his first road course race. Before us said Paul Menard, Michel Jourdain, Carlos Contreras have not yet pitted.
And the 9 is discussing just what we're talking about, whether to pit now or whether to stay in their window. They're bantering that around right now between driver and crew chief.
Yeah, what you could do is go to lap 27, which is about 8 laps away, and run 27, 27, and 27. Now, this is why we are under caution. Danny O'Quinn Jr. in the 50 car, one of those cars that pitted under green, out there by himself, just came around with him and got loose.
Dick Berggren.
See what Dick Berggren knows.
A while ago.
There's some of that locking up the tires again on the 34 car.
Oh, Bernie Lamar.
Whoops.
Off track, Lamar.
Young rookie driver there. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah, he was running in the 19th position when this happened just a second ago.
And we heard in the opening, you know, he said, all I want to do is stay out of trouble. We found a little bit right there.
And we need to mention that Joel Kaufman in the 12 car is behind the wall. His transmission was leaking. Bernie Lamar just looks like he maybe just got loose. Yeah. We've been seeing a lot of cars. And look at Michel Jourdain in the 15 car.
Where'd he come from?
I've got to wonder if Patrick Getters might have got into the back of Lamar.
Whoa, Mikey, where are you going, dude? Take care of that old dream machine.
He talked about slipping and sliding as he was talking to Jeff Hammond and Dick Berger.
Yeah.
Well, there's debris in turn 2, and we're not surprised after all that. And that'll put us under our third full course caution of the day. It comes out working lap 25.
Well, now Boris has got to pit. This is right in his pit window, so I'm saying he'll be coming to pit road.
Third caution, Boris Said has led all of the first 24 laps in Mexico City. That may be for this man.
But it just hit right on the front.
Yikes.
We might get a radiator in it, I don't know.
Michael Waltrip.
Ruh-roh, the old Dream Machine is in trouble. Looks like a nightmare. What happened here, buddy? Hit the curb, hit the curb. Just same place that the 59 wrecked
Now,
in qualifying.
have you ever hit a tire wall?
Oh,
I'll tell you about it.
It tears a car all to pieces.
Well, and here's Michel Jourdain. Just prior, he is trying to miss Jason Leffler, who had climbed the curb and comes back out just about where he was. So no harm, no foul there.
Scared them worse than it did him.
A lot of road race courses have used tire walls for a long, long time because they're impact absorbing. But look what they do to the right side of the car.
Okay, we're going to go to the garage with it. Fuel and tires.
They need to look at TV.
It needs more than fuel. It needs more than tires. It needs more than a radiator.
Yeah, you don't have a fuel cell and you don't have a radiator.
The problem with tire walls as a soft wall is when the nose hits the first part of the tire wall, it sucks the whole car into the tires and damage ensues. Fortunately, not to Michael, but definitely to that car. Our producer Neil Goldberg passes on that the real Dream Machine in this case is Ron Fellows, this car, because he will get the free pass.
That caution will make his dreams come true.
There's a commercial there somewhere. I just know there is. You're watching NASCAR on Fox. 35 laps complete in Mexico City. Michael Waltrip's Dream Machine has had a nightmare courtesy of the tire wall as he got into it really hard. We're 5 laps short of halfway. Time now for this week's State Farm Safety Report. Here's Jeff Hammond.
Well, Mike, when the crews come down as far as pit stops are concerned, you'll notice that all the guys up on the wall are all wearing fire suits. But the most important guys in this whole pit crew happen to be the fuel man as well as the catch can man. And their uniforms are a little different than the tire changes and tire carriers. They have complete helmets that cover their face, special covers that go around their necks, gloves. All of their stuff is specially designed in case of a fire to give them an extra opportunity to get away from the race car, get away from this fire in case it does happen. So NASCAR has gone an extra step. As you can see, these guys getting ready to come down pit road one more time. The fire retardant material that they're wearing right now to protect them in case there is a problem. The fuel man as well as the catch can man. NASCAR safety moving forward.
For more information on safety in our sport, log on to foxsports.com.
I want to say congratulations to Ken Butler. He's over at Aaron's. He's a grandfather this past week. I want to say happy birthday to Bubba Alexander back in Franklin, Tennessee. I'm sure that Ken's probably glad he has that new grandbaby, but I'm not thinking he's going to be real happy about this. Just hit that curb and just loses it just for a second, and there's nowhere to go but right in that tire wall.
And I see what happens there, Darrell. The right rear corner of the car catches the tire wall, gets sucked in, and when the tires stop collapsing, it launches the right front around into the rest of the tire wall.
That thing is torn up.
Yikes. Some pit stops under caution. We'll recap those when we come back. On the track. Joel Kaufman, who went to the garage with transmission trouble, then came back out on the racetrack. He is running 13 laps down, and he'll get going again. He's waiting for a break in traffic. Nope, yellow is out.
The
Caution
yellow
is out.
Now that is not the caution that these 4 or 5 guys that have not pitted yet that they wanted to see, because now they will have to make a stop, and they're going to start at the tail end of our 32 cars that are on the lead lap.
I think it's pretty good news for most everybody. A few guys it's not good news for, though. The ones that are still out. They haven't made their pit stop yet.
You know who I think really likes this caution right here? Finally, he's overcome, I think, the strategy in the beginning. Boris Said.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Number 12, Joel Kaufman goes around. And that puts us under the caution flag for the 5th time today. Two in the grass, 2 in the pavement.
Back in 22nd spot.
Whoa, our 2-liter spin.
No, it's Jourdain. Yeah, Jourdain and Kyle Busch.
Racing for the lead. The
out.
caution is out.
Andretti spins.
It may be more because it's smoke. You can't see.
Boyer spins.
Kyle got going. Kyle Busch did. I don't think he lost very many spots.
And I think when it was all said and done and the smoke had cleared, Denny Hamlin in the 20 car possibly had the lead of the race as he made it through the smoke.
That was a
Wow.
move right there, is what I would call beating yourself, because that 5 car was definitely fast enough to win this race. I know he got going again, but he lost several spots. Plus, he gave it up to 2 good cars there, the 20 car of Hamlin and the 9 car of Sid.
You know, that looked a lot like the incident in yesterday's Grand
did.
Am race,
It
where
did.
2 drivers battling for position got together in the same place and ended up in the fence.
But you're right, as we look at his crew chief, Chad Walter, Kyle Busch's crew chief, he knew he had much fresher tires than Jourdain did in the 15 car. It was only going to be a matter of time.
Whoa, young man. Whoa, slow. Take your time.
Now, NASCAR will take the moment of caution and go back to where each car was at the last time it passed a scoring loop.
He's all the way down. Kyle Busch is all the way down in the 5 car in the entrance to pit lane. So he's on the very bottom. There just wasn't enough room there.
He grabs a gear and goes.
Fortunately for him, he spun all the way around. So he spins it all the way around. They were 4 enough ahead of the rest of the pack.
Boy, Boris Said in the 9 just barely gets by.
The smoke cleared just in the nick of time.
Ron Fellows looking back. There's Boyer going around after contact with the McDonald's car.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
We don't race to the caution. Actually, the positions are decided before the caution actually waves, based on where you're running at the moment. The loop you pass before the caution comes out.
Based on where we're running at the moment, I don't think spinning out the 15 car was a good idea. I know he didn't do it on purpose.
You mean
but
where we are at the moment being Mexico City?
Yes.
Michel Jourdain is okay. You're right, Larry. That's a tough way to lose the lead. It's hard to tell from the camera angle. Was he squeezing Kyle Busch down the racetrack, or could Busch have had enough room for his race car? Didn't appear there was much room left there.
And we talked about it at the top of the show. That part of the racetrack, it's like running into a funnel almost. It just gets narrower and narrower coming off that corner.
The end of the day for Michel Jourdain, 27 laps too soon. Second, here's our Allstate's Good Hands driver, Allstate, official insurance partner of NASCAR. After this contact, Kyle Busch needed some good hands to spin that car back the right way around and get going. But watch Boris Said. He's the man with the hands as he threads his way through here and just misses Kyle Busch.
Now, Kyle Busch is not in terrible shape. He's what is he, 6th there, Larry? But he didn't help his tires any by doing all that spinning and sliding. So he probably used those up a little bit. Got a little damage on the left front.
So here's how we stand. Todd Cleaver, the rookie in the Roush Ford, is the race leader. Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick in Chevrolet, 2nd and 3rd. Boris Said, 6 up a notch. Now this gets started.
Well, the 14's just down on the inside,
Oh,
nowhere to go, and got into the side of Getters.
Carlos Contreras.
And this right here is like, well, this is the only chance I got right here. Not a real good one, but he made it.
Poor Jason Keller. Wrong place, wrong time. It's the spotter calling out.
Got a
that
car in the
Clint
sand
Boyer.
trap. Oh, it's Bernie Lamar.
And it's going to be tough to get out of there. That's almost like the gravel pit. We don't have a caution just yet.
He's fired up, and he's going to get out.
Caution is out. Now, that's where 2 drivers drove through that area after they went off earlier. But no matter, the caution is out with 9 to go. Dick Bergman.
I've been listening to Boris Said radio, Mike, trying to pick up on what might be going on with that car since he's dropping back. I haven't heard anything. Just asked his crew chief, Trip Bruce, if he had heard anything, and he said no. He did say that both cars, lead and second, are running about the same lap times. Not quite. Boris is a little bit behind. Remember last year, Mike, when Boris had the problem of pitting when the pit was closed? He went into the pits on 3rd, came out in 31st, and he drove through the field like a madman, wound up spinning out. I'm sort of wondering if that spin is going through his mind at about this time, and if he doesn't want to pressure the car too terribly much. Jeff.
Well, Dick, up here in the pit of Denny Hamlin, everything right now is just kind of laid back. All they're doing for this guy is just giving him lap times. Spotters are saying and letting him know the racetrack is clean. And right now he's hitting all his marks and just steadily walking away from the rest of the field.
Well, two cars I think that definitely like to see this caution here as we've got 8 laps to go, so we'll probably get back racing with about 5 or 6 to go. Would be Boris said in the 9 car, chance to cool the tires down, maybe get another run back at Denny Hamlin. But I think the other car that likes this caution is Kyle Busch in that 5 car. He's almost made it back to the top 10.
He has come through the field, Dick.
Well, Boris has just now come on the radio and said that his water temperature is 245. The crew has looked at the grill and said there's a piece of trash on it. Trip Bruce, his crew chief, has told him to take care of his stuff. If he's going to win the race, he's got to be hammered down from here with a hot engine.
Now, Clint Boyer, excuse me, Darrell, did go off the track. And I'm not sure whether it was Boyer here. No, he didn't bring out the caution. He gets back going again.
Looked like he's had a lot of damage, though, to the left side, as though maybe he and Lamar had some sort of an issue.
Almost looked like they did the synchronized spinning right there.
Tried to avoid each other.
Yeah, they spun almost simultaneously together down there.
There they go.
Yeah, they're just trying. I think one spun and the other tried to miss him.
Clint Boyer and the 2 got back going. Bernie Lamar trying to drive out of that gravel pit and possibly get over there to that grassy area. Just couldn't quite get out of there and couldn't get going.
So we have tied the number of caution flags from last year's race at 8.
Theater. Uh-oh, 35 in the fence.
Hard.
Turn 8.
Regan Smith, the caution is
You
out.
had 1 and 8, some and 8.
Regan had worked his way into the top 15 in 13th position. He's going to get the car going, but we do have the caution as our leader took 5 to go.
This when you run great all day, work hard, get yourself in a good position. Pit strategy pays off, and you get spun out.
9th caution flag of the day. With still 31 cars on the lead lap. And Getters, number 58, would be the free pass car.
Denny Hamlin, he's going to have at least one more of those good restarts again.
And that's if we have a free pass car this late in the race.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think Boris has really got to be on his game here, because that 21 car can pounce on you on these restarts.
Darrell, the way that Boris ran down into turn number 1, mirror driving Harvick rather than chasing Hamlin, kind of tells me he doesn't have anything for Denny.
I don't think he does. That 20 car has been stout from the get-go. That was he and the 5 car were the only competition Boris really seemed to have, and looks like he's going to be able to pull it off to me.
Speaking of the 5, Kyle Busch has gained a couple of spots. He's up to 8.
Yeah, these cautions keep helping Kyle Busch in the 5 car, because he'll get him 1 or 2 positions and he gets a caution to get caught back up. He very well could end up with a top 5 finish here.
He has such a fast car, and if he'd have just been a little more patient, he would be leading this race.
But instead, he took out Michel Jourdain as both crash battling for the lead. Here's what puts us under caution. Regan Smith, Mark McFarland, and the Navy car turns around the McDonald's machine right here.
Boy, it looked like Jorge Getters in the 66 just barely squeaks by.
Hey, let's see if we can talk to Boris. We'll get it right from a horse's mouth. What do you say?
What do you say?
Sounds good.
Hey, Boris.